Welcome, Scorpio, Sagittarius, to your Astrology reading for August. Hope you guys are doing great out there. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only just one of the 12 houses, right? And that is going to be the overall anchor and the overall theme of the reading. If I see anything else, I will be sure to bring that up. Especially if, I see winning the lottery, right? Whether that's in love or money, inheritance, whatever, right? And that's not a part of that house, that's fine. I have no problems doing that. I think it's necessary. So you're going straight to the first house within self with Pisces energy in the moon. A lot of water. Bringing out that water energy. So let's grab some cards here. Grab the moon. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry, my dog wants to go outside. Okay, go on. She's telling me that I'm disrupting her sleep. Okay, so having the moon coming out, there we go. Your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses, your deepest intuitions and vulnerabilities as well. Ooh, watch out for illusions too, right? Okay, and doing it with Piscean energy, and especially because you have that Piscean energy there as well. They like, Pisces energy is also about fantasies. And you already have that water inside you, so be careful of that, right? Where you use that fantasy, that daydreaming. So just be careful not to allow that to become rose-colored glasses. You could even be dealing with someone with rose-colored glasses. Maybe dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. Moon is Cancerian energy. So the Pisces energy over here is your psychic sensitivities. It's wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, forgiving, and confuses and softens to resolve, according to this card, right? But it's also those fantasies, those psychic abilities. And both of them have the psychic abilities coming in together as well. So you might have some psychic sensitivities coming up right now. Water signs are pretty psychic. I mean, you guys have, whether you're empathic or you all are empathic. But you might even be seeing things, having your sensitivities really high right now. It's like it's dialed up to its absolute maximum. You guys might be getting some psychic downloads. Watch your dreams. If you guys are precog dreamers, you might see that as well. Because I do feel like you're dialed up, right? And then you have the first house of self. This is putting the ultimate spotlight directly on your identity, physical body, new beginnings, self-image, and personal desires. And that's why I'm saying your psychic abilities could be really high right now. So, I mean, this month is deeply personal and highly emotional for you. You could be wearing your heart on your sleeve, and your intuition is acting like this superpower, allowing you to absorb the energy around you instantly. I'm really feeling, if we were doing chakras right now, you would definitely be in that soul star chakra of psychic abilities. You guys are getting a lot of psychic downloads. I mean, because this is a time of profound personal rebirth and stepping into your raw authenticity right now. Because that moon in Pisces is really acting like an emotional sponge for you. So make sure you guys are guarding your energy. Do not allow the emotional vampires to come through, especially if you're empathic. Also watch for mood swings that escapism of the illusion of the rose-colored glasses, or letting others drama cloud your self-worth or sense of self just in itself, right? Okay, guys, let's get in here. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month for the beautiful Scorpio, Sagittarius. Eight of Swords. I love that in reverse for you guys, but I don't like that. But I do like that. Okay. Ooh. And then you have the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy at the bottom of the deck over here. Interesting energy right here at the bottom of the deck for the beginning of the month. Something trying to weaken you down, but you can see clearly to the situation. But you could have somebody watching you. It could be another water sign, could be an air sign, could be anybody in the world. So in the very beginning of the month over here, I do see you getting out of your head. You're having this powerful mental jailbreak. There's the complete mental liberation over here. You could have an influx of financial security coming through with the Ace of Pentacles. But there is this need to dodge some kind of chaotic communication when it comes to this situation. That's why I said I don't like this card. Because this means somebody's getting snappy with you, getting nasty with you. And the Knight of Swords, I don't care what anybody says, dude. It is the nastiest of nastiest. You think, it's like at least when, the King of Swords is in reverse, we know it's nasty manipulation. He's sorting you. He's gross. But this is nasty. This is the bad words. This is the things that is hard to shake off because they're getting down to the truth of the matter of the way that they feel. So they're just throwing it out there, right? Just nasty, like throwing swords. It's a snake's sharp tongue. That's a snake tongue. I don't like that. So, you have this personal breakthrough, but yet with the first house and this identity and this new beginning, but I don't like this. It's like the old anxieties or, going away, even though this person could still be talking crap, like nasty, but you're stepping into much more confidence, right? But we did see here, right, that they were trying to weaken you down. Remember, I showed you this. This was like your clarifiers, right? These are your clarifiers. Actually, it's going this. No, that's right. Sorry, because if this was the bottom deck, it's going this way. So, I mean, they're trying to weaken you down, but you're seeing the situation as for what it is. And you're trying to keep all the control. You're trying to keep poised within the situation, trying to keep yourself out of your mind. Right, so that way that you don't have any anxieties and you don't have all of that, trying to build that confidence back up where they had weakened you down. So I feel like that was the past. I actually feel like this is the past. I think this strength here is what was weakening. That's where you got trapped. But then you have this breakthrough of, wait, who the hell are you to say such things to me? I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Right, so... And then you're just sitting poised saying, nope, I've got my own manifestations. I've got my own new beginnings. I got my own opportunities. I know who I am. So I feel like you're getting ready to just stand in your place. I do feel like, you're going to sense their jealousy. There's something jealous here. Something toxic. Why are they panicking? Why are they lashing out with these toxic, impulsive words? So I do feel like there's some jealousy that comes out of this situation. They don't like where you're going. They don't like what you're doing. So, I mean, your task here in the beginning of the month is to really stay grounded in this new abundance that's sitting here for you and refuse to let this chaotic noise, that's all it is noise, okay, disrupt your mental clarity and your self-will, who you are. Don't let them tell you who you are. You look in that mirror and you say, I know who I am. And you stay poised, just like it says you're going to be. Okay? Just like you're becoming. Ooh. I don't don't care if it's a coworker. I don't care who this person is. Trying to get under your skin, and it looked like they did for a while, but now you're nah. It just keeps going on, and I'm not listening anymore. Block. Hit the block button. Sitting in the King of Cups. Fine, we've seen the Queen of Cups, so it is saying, right? Now I'm going to sit in this King of Cups energy where I am poised in my own ways. Finding the Fool, walking in my own because of the Queen of Wands. Ooh, I feel like there's that jealousy. Oh, snap. Because the Queen of Wands is the King, or the Knight of Swords. There's that jealousy, that nastiness again. Okay, so yeah. In the mid-month here, though, you're really having this personal breakthrough from earlier this month, though, guys. Because of this King of Cups. I mean, it's your courageousness is really coming through as you're making this leap of faith. Right? So someone is incredibly jealous. I think this is where you're going to start using this psychic download, having that intuition really coming through, starting to really realize how nasty, how much of a tantrum they're actually throwing, because this Queen of Wands in reverse is someone acting deeply insecure, jealous, vindictive, demanding, bitter presence, throwing tantrums or using manipulation to sabotage you. However it is, but you're having these psychic downloads, your intuition is very open, and you're starting to see exactly what's going on, right? So I do feel like this is where that's really coming in. They're furious that you're breaking free from their influence and stepping into your own either financial or personal power, right? They hate that. They hate that. You may even found a new loyal friend. We do have a dog over here, which is talking about the loyalty. It could be the loyalty to yourself, which is very courageous, very empowering, because the Fool is courageous. It is empowering. It's Aries energy, and it's saying, this is where I am. You may even have a friend that's coming in, and maybe, or a new love coming in. New boyfriend, new girlfriend, new best friend. You know, hanging around with a different co-worker, befriending, maybe you're even befriending someone that was their friend and they don't like that either, right? Oh no, that's my co-worker. How dare you talk to them? I don't know. This is very nasty because it feels like a child. Queen of Wands tantrum. Okay. Gossip. The reason is because Queen of Wands is also very gossipy. So there might be a lot of gossip going in, but you're sitting over here with your intuition knowing, you know, that they're pretty much spitting venom all over the place, trying to ruin your mood, trying to ruin maybe a relationship with other people, just trying to ruin you in general, right? Because if it's not their way, it's the highway. That's the Queen of Wands energy. Okay. So, but I mean, look at how beautifully you're handling it, though. By pairing the Fool to the King of Cups, I mean, just look at this. You're taking this magnificent leap of faith into this completely fresh start, and you're doing it with total emotional maturity and your intuition. So you're saying, nah, I know myself enough now. I'm harnessing this ultimate intuitive power within the first house to the moon and Pisces. So you're starting to really see their nasty behavior. You're starting to kind of intuitively know what sparks it, how it's going to go, what leads to it. But you have to understand that there's, you know, that they're sinking their own ship, and you're not going to go down with their sinking ship. So you're not going to sink to their level at all or let it hurt your feelings anymore, right? So you're choosing to remain emotionally untouchable. Can't touch this. Literally. So you're stepping up onto this brand new path, clearing this slate and ignoring them and washing, pretty much just dusting yourself off, because now their venom it doesn't sting anymore. It's just dust. It's just dust. Just, yeah, it didn't hurt. Now it's kind of like the sticks and stones that break my bones, but words do not hurt me. That's literally that saying. And it could have hurt because this could have been a really, really good friend, family member, co-worker, somebody who you felt maybe that was loyal to you, who snapped on you for no reason. Maybe it was because they didn't get their way. That's usually always the point now, isn't it? But I think that intuition is really showing you how much they are trying to sabotage you and ruin you, and maybe in the eyes of others. Not just now inside between the two of you, but now the gossip that's rumoring all over the place. You know, all of the words is going everywhere. You do have the 10 of Pentacles coming out to the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, to the Ace of Wands. See you later, Gator. And you're starting to build over here. Wow, with the 7 of Swords in reverse, their mask has fallen off. And I do believe that their mask, if you're at work or whoever's around you, your other teammates, your other fellow loyal friends and family members or whoever, their mask is falling off. And the team, they're all seeing this person being nasty. They're waking up to the devil. Ooh, they're noticing their ways. They're saying, oh, you really want to, this is September. And they're really telling you, oh, you want to play like that? That's you know what? You're the devil for doing such things to Scorpio, Sagittarius. That's wrong. So where they think they're in the right, they're now going to find out going into September that they're completely wrong. And now everybody is noticing how nasty this person really is. Look at how nasty they are. And even manifesting nasty things against you. Could be even some black magic involved in this situation. Just saying, because the Queen of Wands could also be a witch doing dark magic. Like I said, I'll bring up what I see. Doesn't mean it has to be for everyone, but for some of you, she could be putting some hoodoo, voodoo stuff on you. Okay? Because this right here is unclean. That's unclean manifestation. Remember, because the Page of Pentacles says your manifestation's coming in. I'm manifesting. Well, if you're manifesting and it's going in reverse, that's, you know, dark manifestations. Manifesting hurts, pains, things that are negative against you. That's what dark magic is. It's anything that wants to hurt you. Right? It's against you in a negative form. Right? Or taking away your free will. And that's what it looks like she's doing. There's something ill-willed going on over here. And that's when, oh, I see how they see that that's the devil. Maybe she even tells someone, or he tells someone that they're doing this hoodoo, boojoo, you know. But their mask is falling off and everybody's realizing that they're the devil. That's how they have the wake-up call. That's crazy. This person is evil-hearted. Doesn't mean they have to be forever, you know, forever, but for right now they are. How else could you see it? Sorry, that's what it is. But with the 10 of Pentacles, you're saying, yes, you know, this is an immense financial power. You need to guard your assets, you know, yourself, your first house, guarding your legacy, your family, everything that you have. Right? Your thriving foundation, who you are. I mean, this is a message handled with bad or immature intent. But you have this brand new beginning over here at the end of the month. We have the, if they do practice some kind of witchcraft or something, they could be doing it during the lunar eclipse, which is a very powerful, doesn't matter which side you're on, a very powerful, and I'm seeing that here, that's why, because it looks kind of lunar during the lunar eclipse. But you're protected. You're protected. You have the Ace of Wands. It's protection. Yeah. Yeah, but it's almost like you're protected. Your higher self sees it's coming. You are definitely protected through this situation. Your intuition is high. You're completely protected against this devil energy. For those of you, no matter what, it's still ill will. It's a message of bad intentions or immature intent. take it how it is, because it could just be gossip of them still being gossipy and being an asshole. Someone's trying to use ill will, power, words, gossip, negative energy, sabotage your success. I mean, that's intuitively, you're going to know this. Intuitively, I know this. So really what it is they're trying to throw these negative vibes of manipulation, financial details, all these things to slow down your progress, but that's not going to work. You have the Ace of Wands over here. So you're walking right out of this. You're unstoppable. You have the Ace of Wands. You're unstoppable. Okay? You're going exactly where you're going to go. I mean, you've proved that you're lighter, you're intuitive, even your light is shining brighter, and you're way more powerful than their ill-willed projections and words and all their crap could even be. You walk right out of that. Nope. I bind that. Like, psh, I bind you. I don't even need to listen to you. I bind that. And in fact, I bind this for you. Right now in this reading, I bind these ill words. I bind any kind of black magic away from you in this reading. Holy Spirit, until next time, peace and love. Hit that like button if you like this reading. Bye-bye.